Okay, so now that you know about if statement, I had given this one question, right? Write a program to check a number if it is a single digit or not, and I told it is a general code, right? So now what you're supposed to do is I'll write the code for this. Okay, now you take the number a and input, enter a number. Right now, do you remember this modulus operator? Right, it gives you the remainder of a division. Now what you can try to do is, if okay, so see, tell me what is the answer for 29 mod 10. It should be 9, correct? It goes by 2 and then remainder is 9. What is 9 mod 10? Still 9. Okay, but tell me the answer for 29 integer division 10. 2. What is the answer for 9 integer division 10? 0. You replace this with any number, single digit, 1, 2, 3. If you integer divided by 10, you should be able to get a 0. So now this is that standard code you need to know. So if a integer division 10 equal to 0, this is your condition. This is the main one. This is the condition. Then print a single digit. Okay, so just know this. This is important code, meaning it's like a important concept. This division by 10, it will be useful. This division by 10 thing will be useful for getting to know the number of digits in a number, or like to get a single digit out. Okay, so like if you see, I can write any number, okay, 29 or x and y if I want. I'll take, okay, a number xy, okay, let x be 2, y be 9. So the number I'm writing is 29, okay, over here. If I do x, y, integer division 10, what's my answer? X. If I do x, y, division 10, what's my answer? Y. So are you seeing? I can separate out a number, any number. Okay, x can either be 2 or even anything else also. Okay, see, that's the fun part about programming. If you take variables like this, you can keep this as 20 also. So a number like 209 can be written as xy, where your x is 20 and y is 9. And xy 209 mod 10 will still give you 20. Okay, so that is the power of taking variables and doing. Okay, so know this also. Xy mod 9 will give you y. Okay, what I'm basically saying is you can get out the digits of the number by using modulus and integer division. Now what I can do is, if xy is still if x still has a number in it and it is not like a 0 or something yet, then there's still numbers left in the number, right? So I will continue the process. Now what I'll do is I'll write, now xy mod 10 you got the y out. Then what I'll do is xy is equals to xy integer division 10. What am I doing, sir? I am converting a number 209 and I'm removing the last digit and I'm making that the number again. So I'm making xy as 20, and so now at this point xy is equals to 20. So now when I again do xy mod 10, and if I do xy integer division 10, and if I do xy mod 10, what do you get y as? Y as 0, x as 2. You still get it, right? So you know you got your number 2 and you got your number 0 and you got your number 2. If at all I repeat, xy is equals to xy again, now I'm making what? xy is equals to 2. So this will be what? 0. Correct. 0 2. I can write like that. So now when I do xy integer division 10, this will give me 0. And if I do xy integer division 10, this will give me 2. Right? But now I know, how do I know that my entire number is over by getting the digits? This part becomes 0, right? Okay, now see very clearly, this is one of the most important code I have kind of explained to you. You keep on doing the divisions until and unless you have numbers with you. And how do you know you have numbers with you? Based on this condition, right? So come, let us go into loops. Okay, just keep this in your head, stand by. Now I'll tell you about loops, and then I'll tell you how will you use loops to do this kind of logic. Okay, now loops. Now I'll just kind of keep that logic in air yet. I will come to that later in this video, but right now I will not go back to it. Okay, just know that I was repeating a process n number of times. Correct, I was repeating one process. This process I'm repeating, and I'm repeating it how many times? That also you see. Original number was 209, 3 digit, and I repeated it 3 times. There's a relation. What is the relation? The number of times I repeated this loop, that many number of digits are there in that number. So all I can do is keep a track of how many times I run this loop, right? So see, that is how you can use loops. Okay, now there are 2 types of loops in Python: for loop and a while loop. Okay, and I'll tell you the difference between them now. For loop is used for a known number of iterations. Now I will tell you the meaning of iterations. Okay, while loop, known or unknown. Known or unknown number of iterations. You'll use while loop. Okay, so like this, but if I see, while loop is more powerful, you'll say, because you can do both known and unknown. But for loop, only known number of iterations you can do. Well, this is an answer. Even I can't tell you why for loop is better than while, or while is loop is better than for, because you can use any of them anyhow you want. You can write an entire while loop logic as for loop. You can write an entire for loop logic as while loop. You can actually do that. So no, wait. In Python you can't write while loop logic as for loop. No. You can write for loop logic as while, but not vice versa. Okay, so while is actually, if you understand for, is very easy to write it off, and with few number of lines you'll have a lot of power in your hand. Okay, now let's jump into for loop. Okay, for loop. Okay, so first let's get the syntax right. Your syntax for loop would be for, the word for, iterator, this is known as an iterator, in, iterable, colon, block of code. Okay, I forgot to tell you what's an iteration. Iteration is basically one run of the loop, like one execution of the loop. Okay, one execution of the loop is known as an iteration. So when I say how many iterations you can do, meaning how many times you want to run the loop. And loop is basically what is a loop is, it is running a set of statements over and over again, right, given there, over and over again until a certain condition is met. This is the definition of a loop. and each running of the set of statements is known as an iteration. Okay, now iterator is something that uh, okay, I do not know explain. Okay, iterable is something that you can iterate through. Okay, iterator, I don't think I can explain it to you in words, but only like you should understand it. Okay, iterable is something that you can iterate through. Okay, and iterables are strings, lists, tuples, dictionaries. Take the writing. Okay. These are iterables. Iterator is something that goes inside over here and then keeps track of what's happening in the loop. Okay, the working of a loop is pretty simple, but sometimes you can get complicated in it. So all it does is, if at all I have for, the most common iterator is I in, let's say, a string Srishti, and if at all I say print I, all you have to do is take it to the first first item in the iterable. Okay, take it to the first item in the iterable. What is it? S. Put everywhere in the code in terms of where I is a, put S. Print S. Print I, which is S. Okay, your output is S. Next, take I as R. I. Understanding? S. H. T. I. This is your output for I in Srishti, print I. Did you understand how to do for loop? You just take your I and then you go through the entire iterable you have. Each element, it takes the part sequentially and then it stops, and then after it reaches the end, Srishti is written, after it reaches the end, when nothing more is left to take, the for loop will automatically come outside and come to the next part of the code. It will come automatically. Okay, so this is your output for this part. I hope you understood, and now to learn it more better, I'll just give you a few questions. I'll just do this first one and I'll tell you where you're going wrong in your print statements, because you need to little bit focus on separator and end still. Okay, now if at all I give you a question for, okay, they will use the separator and end logic in for loops only mostly. Okay, for I in, let's say, S N N Raj. Okay, this is one string, and I say print I comma separator, let's just say end is equals to at. You know what's the output? I first is what? I is what? S, and my end is at. It will stay here, it won't give a space. Okay, I have seen sometimes you giving a space after the end. No, n at space at r at a at j at. Now see, at does come over here. Okay, but I have seen sometimes in yours, when the separator is given, you still put it at the end. No, separator only works between two values. I have given you, right, values are there. Separator works only between two. It is not before, it is not after. Okay, now if the same question, if I give for I in SNN Raj, but if at all I do print I separator is equals to at, no, separator is equals to dollar, and I keep end is equals to at. Tell me what change will happen in the output? Okay, I hope you thought. There is no change in the output, because Separator works only within the print statement. There is no different value, only one value is there, I. Separator is never used only. Did you understand? So it is for I. S is there. What is there to separate in one element? There is nothing to separate. It will print the end character. Again, N is there. It will print the end. Space is there. It will print the end. R is there. It will print the end. A is there. It will print the end. J is there. It will print the end. Did you understand? So they can confuse you like this. Be careful. Okay. Now one more question I'll give you. Now I will, yeah, okay, fine, I'll give you one more question. What can I give you? Okay, so like I'll give for I in, I'll give you a list now. 12, 13, 14, 15. Print I plus 3. End is equals to nothing. And then I'll give you print high. Okay, try this, tell me the output. And now if after you get the output, please look at how I am going to solve it. Okay, pause the video in 3. Pause it. Now I'm going to explain it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, first time. I is what? 12. Print I plus 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. And print 15. Plus 3, done. End is what? End is empty. I'm staying there. Okay, then I is what? 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 16, super. 16, end is what? Nothing. I'm staying there. 14 becomes 17. I'm staying there. 15 become 18. I'm staying there. I am staying here. End is there. Print high. High. Then I'll go to the next line and stay here. So my output for this entire thing will be 15, 16, 17, 18 high. Okay, I hope you got this. I think what you would have done is you would have put high in the next line, because you would have forgotten after 18 you're supposed to stop there. So this is why end and separator is important in Python. It depends, that is the one which is the deciding factor on how your outside output looks like. Okay. Now one other important thing I need to tell you is range function. Okay, range function in Python. To be honest, everyone will say range is just a thing that generates numbers from one start value to stop value, but it's not as easy as that, because I'll tell you why. If I type range x is equals to range 1 to 10, I'll give 11, and I'll tell you why. I think you know, but revision. If I print the type of x, it's just not a list. Okay, it's a range object. So range is also one more data type in Python. So many data types in Python exist, out of which the common ones only I told. But see, it's a class range. Okay, so it doesn't support like things of a list. So I can't write x dot append or something. I think you would have heard it, x dot append 5. It's just stupid, because range has nothing known as append. If you do x is equals to like y is equals to list of an x, making it into a list, and then if I print type of y, that's going to be a list, sure, and y is a list. Okay, but and now I can do y dot append 5 easily. There is no problem. If I try to print x, what will happen? It's a range. See, it just prints range 1, 11. If I do print x, it's range. Now what I'll try to do is manipulate you. Print x, then say high. It's range space high. Okay, then they'll give you end is equals to hello. then they'll give you like that. See, by the way, did you see the console starting? It's after hello. Why? Because it never went to the next line. Okay, I hope you get it now how this works. So I'll tell you range function. I'll just say the syntax first. Syntax, it's range. You have a start, mandatory. You have a start. You have a stop, not mandatory. And you have a step, also not mandatory. Okay, knowing how these work is very important because it will be used for the for loop and the while loop. Kya kaun? Who's that? Waste on. Okay, so range function is used to generate values, numbers, integer numbers from a given start and a stop value. Now see what the main thing is, excluding the stop value. Excluding the stop value. So if at all, example, if I give range 1 to 10, your range will have it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and if I give range of 1 to 11, that time it will have 10 also included. I hope you understood this. Yeah, now see, currently I am writing it in a list, range 1, but this is not how it is stored. That is why first only I showed off how it is stored. So important notes are note. Okay, if x is equals to range 1 to 11, these are the main things. If I print x, you'll just get the output range 1, 11. If I print type of x, you will get class range. Okay, this is the most important thing. Print, not print. Print. Okay, this is most important. They might give you print the output also like this. Okay, print x is x what, range 1, 11, and the type of x is range object. Okay, now there's a function you need to know with strings, and I think it is pretty obvious by now if I tell it. Len function gives the length of the iterable. Okay, len function gives. Now why I'm giving you this kind of generics definition is, len works with any iterable. Iterable as in which has elements which you can iterate through. Okay, so len function gives a length of an iterable. So as I said, string, list, tuples, dictionaries are iterables. You can use len on all of them. That is why I gave this kind of a neat definition. Len function gives length of an iterable. Okay, example, you have a is equals to Srishti. If I give len of a, you should get 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct one. You should get 7. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's learn about thoda indexing of this thing, strings also, because it will be used in loops. Okay, now let's say you have okay, now this is known as indexing of iterables. Only iterables can have indexing. Why I'm saying iterable is this is red. If you have x is equals to 2, and if I try to print len of x, this is an error. Okay, I do not know what the error is. Let's just check. X equals 2, maybe whatever, print len of x. Type error. Okay, it's a type error. If you see the type error also, you will understand what the error is. Python gives very formative error, informative. Object of type int has no length. It has, I mean, that's okay. Very nice statement. Okay, so I hope you understood this. Now, indexing of an iterable. Let's say for an example, I take an iterable as a string itself, s Srishti. Now let us just write it nice and big. Yeah, not fat. Okay, there is no spaces. If at all there was a space, I'd have given double space. This is the same. Okay, now indexing starts with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, it starts from the right side with -1. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Now you see one very nice correlation. Indexing starts with 0, ends with 6, and you have your len of s as 7. What's the difference between this and this? There's a difference of 1. So always you can write like this: index values of an iterable ranges from, see, now in Python range is there, some other bullshit only it does, so you can write ranges from 0 to length of iterable -1, where end is included, where end value is included. Because if you say range iterable -1, meaning it will not be included, some bullshit makes sense, meaning range makes that bullshitness. So range is from 0 to this thing where end value is included. So why this -1 and this 1 + 1 discrepancy? Why does range work so bad? Is because of the following line. If I want to generate index values of the s, of string s, all I need to do is index values of x, indices I can write, no? Indices of s. All I can write is range len of s. Anyways, it won't include 7. So this will give me the output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sense? Why range works in such weird ways? Because of it because you can write like this and it just makes no sense. Range of length of s. Simple. Now, putting this in for loops will make it very nice and complicated. Okay, before that also, to get a character from a string using index value. Simple. S is equals to Srishti. I can just write, we know this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can write s of 1 and your output is r. Okay, wherever 1 corresponds, you give that, and you give index values in a square bracket. Index values are always integer. Don't bother also writing float, it will give you an error. So r is your answer in a string. Okay, fine. I hope you understood this. So now let's go put this in for loops. I'll just ask you a question. For predict the output for x in range. Okay, before this I'm writing A is equals to Srishti. Okay, I am stupid. I'll remove that PT. Okay, A is equals to range len A. Print. I'll not print I over here. Why? My iterable iterator is what? X. Print X. Okay. What's the output for this? Okay, this is how you're going to do step by step. Range len A. Okay, separate this out. This is one of your block. I mean, not Python block, but like a block you can see. Okay, now replace this. Okay, replace this in the format of what? Length of A is 7, so still 6 it will go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now X will go one by one in this list. Okay, X will go one by one in this list. So X at the first time it is 0. Print X 0. Next time it is 1. Print 1. 1. 2. Understanding? We'll come till here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your output is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you understood this. Yes? Now we'll use this concept. What we'll do is one simple tiny change we'll do for the entire code. So aram change we'll do. Okay, we bring this code here. Write question. Erase this bullshit. Instead of X we print A of X. Now what lata? 0, 1, again separate it out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is 0 at the first. A of X. So A of 0 S. A of 1 R. A of 2 I. A of 3 S. A of 4 H. A of 5 T. A of 6 I. So your answer is Srishti written like this. Did you get this? Now just imagine if I write print statement, but I'm going to change few things. So I print this and I give end is equals to a space, and then I give a sep is equals to at. What do you think the output is? I'm stupid, please ignore me. I'll copy this and make this into another question. Okay, sep is equals to at symbol, end is equals to space. What do you think the output for this is? Tell you. If you want, try. Pause the video now. And I'm telling the answer in 3, 2, 1. Again, range 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. S, A of X, S. A of 0, S. Separator. There is no use of separator. Do you see that? Why? Because I'm giving only one value. My end is a space. Give a space and stand. R. Give a space and stand. I. Give a space and stand. S. H. T. I. Simple. This is how it works. It goes on and then it just puts in the value of X over here, prints this statement again, when you executes this statement again and again. I hope you understood this. Now I'll give you a question. Please do it on your own. X is equals to cultural fest. Okay. For I in range length. Also, this has to be a number. If you did not know, I mean, it has to be a number. If at all I give range of X, doesn't make any sense. The range of a string doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you the other part, stop and step. Oh my god, I did not say stop and start. Okay, I'll explain it to you after this. Okay, I'm really sorry. Okay, now you have to do print I. Print I end is equals to at print x of I. Print x of I end is equals to space. Okay, try writing the output for this. Pause the video now. And I'm going to explain it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, length of x 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is what? It is range of 13, which will give me 0, 1, 2, 12. Correct? But as you can see, the last value does get included because we know, we have been seeing, we are not doing len minus 1, then the range will do minus 2. No, length is 13 till 12, so this is x of 12. Okay, super. Print I. What is I? First time, what is I? I is 0. 0 at, let's stop there. Print x of I. Oh, capital C. End is what? Space. Let's stop there. Are you understanding how the output comes? Now 2, I know. 1 is your I value. 1 at U space. True. What am I doing? 2 at L space. 3 at T space. 4 at U space. Hope you're understanding. I'm just moving the output a bit down. I underestimated how much space it will take. U space 5 at R space, 6 at A space, 7 at L space, 8 at space. See, 9 at F space. Okay, space, then 9 at space, 9 at F space, 10 at E space, 11 at S space, 12 at T space. T space stops here. This is your output. You do not get the codes. You want to try? X is what? Cultural fest. For I in range length of X, give an indent. That's how you use the tab key on top of caps lock. Print I end at sign, give a tab, print X of I end space. See, and see where it stopped. It stopped 12 at T, and then in space it gave, and then it stopped. That's just the prompt for me to give the next one. See, 0 at C, 1 at U, 2 at L, whatever I gave, it is here. I hope you got this. Did you get it though? If you didn't, don't worry. Practice always makes perfection. But now I hope you understood how for loop works, how the I works, how the iterator works, how the iterable is, how the print statements work. So both the statements get executed again and again, not only the one, whichever is under indent. This is indented, this is indented. So this is one block. I hope you understood. Okay, I hope you understood the range. Okay, moving on. The range function itself, it is pretty important. Range stop and step value. Okay, I'm explaining. Stop and step value. Okay, from now on the for loops will be just one single line, or if you want I'll just use list of. Okay, if you can understand that very well, otherwise I'm just converting range into list. Okay, sure. Now if at all I give range 12, what this okay, the syntax is a bit wrong. Start is not mandatory. I do not know what I'm doing. Stop is very much mandatory. Oh my god. Step isn't mandatory. Okay, please make this change. Start mandatorily not. Start not mandatory. Step not mandatory. Stop mandatory. Okay. If I give range of 12, this can be interpreted as range of 0 to 12, which will in turn give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. First point. This is how range works with stop only. Now, if at all I give range, a start value and a stop value. This time range will be what? Executed as 1, 12. Also, you can write here also. Default is 1 for step. So 1, 12, 1, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until 11. Same here also. 12 is not included. 11 will come. Now comes the very fun part when you get step value included. Range 1, 12, 2. This time I've given all three. Now the range will be like, okay, specifically I have been given some nice things. What you're supposed to do is, I'll tell you how to count, okay, how the step value exactly works. No teacher in the entire world will tell you. Okay, range. Start with 1, cancel that position, and then next position also you cancel. I'll tell you how. 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5, so on. Right, now this is your normal range without step. Now 1 is there, keep your cursor here, cancel that position, cancel the next position, cancel how many other positions. So when you're cancelling, you will be like, okay, 1, 2, so wherever you will end up, that's your next value. Okay, now 1, 2, wherever you end up, that's your next value. 1, 2, wherever you end up, that's your next value. So first you start with 1. Yes. Okay, so now let us see how will you write it correctly. Okay, so you have 1. Okay, you know what, for simplicity's sake I'll just take it as still 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and stop, because 8. Okay, first value 1, 1, 2, next value 3, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 7, only 1, so stop. So your answer for range 1 to 8, 2 is 1, 3, 5, 7. Now see the very nice magic. Range 1, 9, 2. This will give me this exact thing, but I have to write again. 1, 9, 2. Now with your step, what you write, you just write the first correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First one, value 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, nothing is there, so end it. So same for this and this also. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, even though your end value is changing. I hope you got how step value works. Now try to get me the answer for this. Okay, tell me the answer. This is your first question, for you need to give me the answer. Give me the answer for list of range 12, 2. Okay, you know what, I'm just showing you this. This is very tough. I mean, I didn't even tell you what this is. 12 to 1, I mean 12 to 2. You might think this is top value, but no. Whenever you give two values, it is always considered as start and stop. Okay, if you give one value, it is stop. If you give 2 values, it is start and stop. If you give 3 values, it is start, stop, step. So if you want to give stop, if you want to give step, and you know that you just know the stop value, you have to write range 0 comma stop value comma step value. Okay, I hope you understand. Fine. This one gives you nothing. This is an empty list. I'll tell you why. It will go 12. Yes. End is 2. 2 is less than 12. 13, 14 I can't go. 12 is there. Oh, damn. Let us run the output for this. I am also thinking now. Is it 12 or is it none? Print list of range of 12 comma 2. Range list print. Okay, it's an empty string. Okay. Why? Because it will try to check whether 12 is the last or not, less than the last or not. It is not less than, it will remove it and it will stop. That is how your checking works. Okay, to be honest, I'll tell you how range works also. Let's say you have range 0 comma 3. Simple. Okay, 0. Now it will write 0. Now it will check. Is 0 equal to stop value? No. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's what is 0 to stop value? It is less than. Sure. It will go next. 1. How it will go 1 is basically with the step value also it will be given, right? Yeah. So 1. So this is 0. It will add the step value plus 1. 1. I reached 1. 1. Is it less than the stop value? Yes. Plus 1. 2. 2 is less than the stop value? Yes. Plus 1. 3. Is 3 less than the stop value? No. 3 is not less than step value. Delete. So the answer is 0, 1, 2. Now, you think what will happen if I give a negative stop value? 0, 3, negative 1. 0. First number. Is it less than the stop value? Yes. Negative 1. So it will go negative 1. But this is when everything breaks down. So you cannot use the same logic for positive and negative. Now see, Python is pretty smart in that. Okay. Now what you have to do, when negative is there, you start with 0. 0. Is it greater or less than the stop value? Over here we were checking if this number is less than the stop value, right? But over here for negative indexing, all you have to do is just check whether it is greater than the stop value. 0. Greater than the stop value? No. Delete. Okay. So now this is how range function works. Any range function you take, range, let's say same. I just switch it. Okay, 3 comma 0 minus 1. Now it will print 3. Is it great? Because it is negative, it will check. Is it greater than end value? Greater than 0? Yes. Now it will add the step value minus 1. Is 2 greater than 0? Yes. We will keep it minus 1. Is 1 greater than minus 1 is 1? Is 1 greater than 0? Yes. We will keep it negative 1. 0. Is 0 greater than 0? No. Delete. It will stop. I hope you understood how range works. So 3 comma 0 comma minus 1 this is how it works. For simplicity purposes, I showed you this deleting method. Okay, you can do the same thing for range also. Okay, so 1 comma 9 comma 2, it will do like this. Start with 1. Is 1 less than 9? Yes. Plus 2, 3. Okay, 1 plus 2, 3. 3 less than 9? Yes. 3, 5. 5 less than 9? Yes. 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 less than 9? No. 9 is there. It will delete 9 and it will stop here. Did you understand? This is how the range function works. Okay, I think I'll keep this and I'll move all of this up so that you will understand in the notes how I might have it. this part you shouldn't forget this part, that's right, because this is how the range function works. If you do not know any tricks, just use the trick range uses. That is what how range works. Okay, range works this way. Okay, fine. Now this question, list of range of 12 comma 2. Range 12 less than 2. No, delete. Oh, fine. This your answer is empty list. One more question, list of range 0 comma 4 comma 2. What's your answer? Aram se think, make the range up and meaning. Run the range and tell me the answer. I'll be telling the answer in 3, 2, 1. 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 4. 4 is all 4. It is not less than 4, so 4 won't be included. 0 comma 2. Wanna try? List of range of 0 4 2. There, 0 comma 2. Got it? This is how range works. I made it to pretty easy. Okay, so basically note over here is plus index plus step less than negative step greater than. These are the checks that Python does. If it's a positive step, it will check is what I'm generating less than that. If it is a negative step, it will check is this number which I'm generating greater than the stop value. Very, very, very easily I have told you how to generate range. Nobody, like even Subhash Niyoga hasn't taught like this. Subhash only, if nobody in YouTube only I have seen who has taught range like this. Okay, so this is pretty nice way. This is how range function was written. It works this way. Okay, fine. Now coming back to your loops, do few questions. Okay. Also they'll give you the series and tell you to write the for loop back. Okay, they might ask you that also. Okay, write me the output for this for wait this is a good one. S is equals to Srishti. For I in range len of S, if I mod 2 equal to 0, print S of I. Also take one more question, same fashion, but you see the change. You just write S of I plus 1. Give me the outputs for these two. These are your first two questions. 1, 2. Okay, wait a minute. 7 now. 6. Okay, take this as Srishti A. Okay, capital A. Both the strings. That's it. Get me these two outputs. And now we'll try to write few codes. I mean, okay, you have to write now you have to try to write the for loop based on the given series. Okay. First one I think you can try on your own. Your output should be 1 3 5 7 9. 1 3 5 7 9. in one single line. So I'll be writing it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, first of all, you see that they are separated with space. So your print statement should have an end character as space, starting with 1, ending at 9. So your stop has to be 10, whatever said and done, because 9 should has to be included. And I know the difference between these two is 2, 3 minus 1, 2. So your final for loop will be for I in range 1. It starts, it has to include 9, so 10 has to be the last, or it can be 11, 12, anything, but best is to go with 10. Why? Because the next number, no errors. Difference is 2, so I'll give 2. Print I, and I know that there is a space between them, end is equals to a space. Try if you want. Now see, backtrack it. 1, yes, this is your range. 2 is there. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 not less than 10 at all. So remove it. And then it will print I. So I, it will be printing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, all separated with the space. What is what we wanted. Okay, simple. Now even if I give you one which goes descending order, like 27, 25, 23, 21, what you can do is for identify your start value 21, 27. Stop value should have 20 because it has to include 21. What's the difference between this? 25 minus 27 minus 2. Remember, see what I do? I took this element minus this element. 25 minus 27 is minus 2. So you keep your step value as that. So for I, don't confuse anything. For I in range 27, 20, minus 2. Simple. Print I, end is a space. Wanna check? For I in range 27, 25, okay, 20, minus 2. Print I, end is space. 25, 23, 21. 27, 25, 23, 21. Did you get how to do this? So basically identification of the step value, start value, stop value, and the printing way, which please practice on a little. You are not, I don't think you are very confident in printing. Okay, now if you were able to do these two, very nice. But now we will continue with for loop. Now try to write some sentences in for loop. I mean from few codes. Okay, now this is proper code. So try writing this. I also write with you. Okay, write a program to input a number and find the sum of all the numbers starting from 0 till that input number. Okay, now see what are they asking. If you want to write the code, I'll wait now for when. If you want, take pause the video, try writing the code, because I'm going to give the answer in 3, 2, 1. Input a number. First thing, a int of input, enter a number. Your inputs are clear. All you're doing is working with a. Correct. Find the sum of all the numbers starting from 0 till that input number. Okay, so somehow I need to get 0, 1, 2 up until that number a. I need to get it till a, right? Till that number they've said. Okay, I've seen this pattern before. 0, 1, 2. Okay, yeah, range can give me that pattern. And also I know that I need to take the sum of these. Okay, so let's keep a outer counter variable called sum is equals to 0. Actually s is equals to 0. I'll tell you why. I deleted sum because sum is an inbuilt function. You shouldn't be using sum is equals to 0. Okay. So for I in range, I know 0 is mine. Also I need to go till that number. If I give a, it will go till a minus 1. So I should give a plus 1 to go till a. Understanding? Then I'll write s is equals to s plus I. So I'm writing 0. 0 is my start. Starting it is 0 plus 0 0 only. Don't worry. Sum will always, you keep it as 0. Then it will go to what? Let's say the input number is 4. Your range value is 1 2 3 and 1 2 3, right? So 0 plus 0 0, then 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6. 6 is your answer, which is the correct answer. Okay, goes like this. I hope you understood this. Okay, the main thing in this question for you to check out is this one. How did you add and what logic did you use to add? This and all logic, how it is built is basically through experience. Now that you know that adding like taking a sum from some range to some range will include this kind of line. To be honest, I wouldn't even write this much. I just write s plus equals to I and I would go. For you, I'm writing s is equals to s plus I. So because I'm editing, whenever you see this kind of addition, okay, like this plus plus plus, it is always equals to s is equals to s plus I, or a is equals to a plus I, or whatever, or simply s plus equals to I. If you see like this multiplication, what you do, s into equal to I, or s is equals to s into I. Simple. I'll show you when the into comes also, because if you know what is a factorial, that is where an into comes. Okay, now I'm going to give you a question. I use the word factorial, so let us write the code for finding a factorial of a number. This is a general code, okay? Write a program to find factorial of a given number. Okay, and what did I write in the first? Okay, general code. Same to same ditto I'm writing over here. Okay, this is general code. Important general code. Okay, let's start. Try if you want. By the way, I'll tell you 5 factorial is equals to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. If you know this, try writing the for loop logic, run it in Python and check if you're getting the right answer. This has to be what? I don't know. 3 2s are 6, 24, 120. 120? 5 4s are 20, 60, 120, correct. Okay, I will be writing, pause if you want, I will be writing the code in 3 2 1. Okay, my first is 1. Okay, so usually for multiplication I will give a, okay, first at all take an input. Okay, I'll just keep fact as 1, because whenever you have to use multiplication, your initial variable has to be 1, and whenever, like for taking sum, your initial value has to be 0. Okay, if I tell you why, the most formal answer I can give you is the additive inverse. No, sorry, yeah, I think there's a property, right? What is 0 for sum? It is like the additive inverse or something, multiplicative inverse or something, maybe. That is 1 for multiplication, 0 for summing. And now, okay, also, if you did not know, why did I take this kind of logic where I took a variable outside the for loop is, see, a for loop, all it does is it runs through a particular set of code n number of times, right? But sometimes you would want to store that. If at all you write it in the for loop, it will get rerun again and again, again and again, again and again. You do not want that. If you're taking sum, you want to store that sum somewhere else. The best place to store it somewhere else is outside the for. Because let's see, if at all I am going best way, I need to take 3 bricks from a truck and come to home. Okay, I will not do take 1 brick, come to home, take that same brick again, go back over there, keep that and take the same brick and come. What will I run into? I'll be going infinitely times, I'll be going and taking the same brick. What I'll do is, my loop is there, going and coming, taking the brick. So I'll take the brick, come out, I'll keep it outside my for loop. I'll keep it outside my condition. I'll keep that brick there. And again I'll go empty handed, take 1 more brick and come back and then keep that brick. Go there, take 1 more brick, come back and keep it. Now I know that there are no more bricks and I'll stop there. I bought the 3 bricks from the truck to my home very nicely. So whenever you're adding, like this or doing something that requires you to compute, usually you'll put it outside the for loop. Why? Because you do not want it to get reset. So here if I say s is equals to 0, every time after writing s is equals to s plus I, s will become 0. There's no point only after that. Meaning, what's the point of giving s is equals to s plus I if you're setting the value of s as 0? Correct. Even here also I can give s is equals to 0 instead of this part. I can give here. Every time I run, I'm resetting my s. Is there any point in doing that? No, right? There is no point in doing that. It's like I'm taking the brick, I'm coming back with the brick, taking the same brick and going again. Like, what's the point? There's no point. So you take the brick, you keep it outside the for loop, you keep it in your home, leave it, come empty handed again, take the brick and go back. So you come here, put it here, and then again you run this again. So every time you do, you're coming and putting it here. I hope you understood. Okay, so my fact will be 1, then for I in range, it will start with 1. Do not you dare start with 0, because if you do factorial into 0 in the loop, your entire code becomes 0. Why? You are multiplying, so 0 into anything becomes 0. Okay, starting with 1, ending with the number itself, so a plus 1, fact into equal to, or fact equals to fact into I, print fact. Since it is a general code, it does not look nice like this. I'm writing everything in separation. You know what? I'll just write the for loop in separation. Okay, for I in range 1 you're starting with, going till the number, and your step is 1, but you do not need to give that. Fact is equals to fact into I, then print fact. You want to see how it works? A is equals to int input, enter a number 5, for fact equals to 1, for I in range 1 comma a plus 1, it didn't run only, sorry, that was in the part of for loop. Okay, again I'll do starting again. Fine, fact equals to 1, for fact equals to fact into 1, fact into I, go next, print fact. See, 120. Okay, I hope you understood. I hope you understood this logic, why I kept the factorial outside and why I'm keeping the sum outside the for loop. Why? Because I do not want it to change again and again. I want it to store something. This will become pretty useless if at all I give it inside the for loop. Now this is your for loop for you. This is general code finding factorial. Okay, few more general, okay, one more general one is there, but before you do that I want you to do this question. Tell me how do you do it. Is this the second one? Maybe second one. Okay, question is, I'll write off the question, too much time will happen. Do this. Write a program to accept a number and find all of its factors. Okay, now find all of its factors meaning just print the factors. That's how they mean. That's what they mean. Okay. Okay. Moving on. One of the other major general code is write a program to accept a number and find out whether it is a prime number or not. This is a very standard question. Why did it become big though? Okay. Or did I make it small? Okay. Again, super important. Might well just be the most important. This is another general code. Till now I've given you 3. Make sure you by heart it off best because it will be useful. You don't need to sit and think the entire logic in the exam. Okay, now let me take a number A. Do you want to try it though? Prime number logic is what is basically it has 2 factors. One as the factor and itself as the factor. So if you want to really try, you can try this. I think you will want to try maybe. Okay, so try it. Pause the video now because I'm going to start explaining it in 3, 2, 1. I'll take a number int input, enter a number. Okay, now basically what the function definition, basically what's the prime number is, it has 2 factors, right? What I'll do is I'll write factors, let's keep it as 0, for I in range. I'll start with 1, go till the number plus 1, and now I'll sit and calculate whether I is a factor of A or not. So if A mod I equal to 0, this is what meaning I is a factor of A. I'll write factor plus equals to 1. Simple. This much I wrote. Now I'll check if factors equal to 2. That is the definition of a prime, right? If there are 2 factors. So if factors equal to 2, print it is prime, else print not prime. Okay, I hope you got this. Pretty standard code. I will give you better code for prime number because this is a concept which will keep on upgrading as you learn. Also, now only if you want I can do it. We know that 1 is a universal factor for every number. So all we can do to change this, okay, you can write all. You can write this code. This works perfectly. It will work. Okay. Or what you can write is, we know 1 is a factor for every number. So we actually, if you see correctly, we do not need to check for that every time. Okay, you can write or. I can start with 2. Keep the number of factors as 0. If it is a factor, then we will get 1. Simple. You just reduce 1 iteration. Doesn't seem like a lot, I know, but this 1 makes a lot of difference. Why is that? Because there's a way in Python where if at all there's a condition and it matches it, you can directly break out of the loop. Since I know that I need only one more factor than starting from 2 for me to know that the number is not a prime. As soon as I find the factor, I can break out of the loop. Right? So your rest of your iterations are not required only. Okay, this is one thing. Also, one more very nice thing is there. Let's take a number 20. What are its factors? 1, 2, 3, no, 4. 4, yes. 5, yes. 6, no. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, sorry, 10, 11, 12, okay. You know what? Over here now 20. Now see something. In my code, I'm checking from 2 to 20, right? So I'm doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah 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 blah, blah till 20. Right. But can you see something? In your factors, 1 into 20 is what? 20. 2 into 10, 20. 5 into 4, 20. So, if you really just want to check if it is a factor or not, you can stop checking till 10 itself. And what is 10 to 20? It's half. So, to check if a number is prime or not, I don't need to check from 2 to 20. I can just check from 2 to 11 maybe. Not take 11, no, not a big deal. But I'm reducing half the number of iterations. Literally half. Imagine a number like this. It's not a prime, I know. This kind of number, I'm just halving it. Simple as that. Just halving it. Just halving the number of iterations like that, because I know this kind of number logic. If this is going above your head, you do not need to know all of this. All you can do is just write this normal code or the previous one also. So using this half logic method, I can write one more code for prime, which is very well accepted. I will write this same thing for you. All I need to do is I am checking from 0, checking from 2, but now from 2 I am doing a plus 1, or not required, I can just do a divided by 2. Do not give division. Division operator, I told you always, what it is return? It returns a float. Range does not take float values. Range does not take string values. It only takes integers. So a divided by 2. Okay. Usually it is preferred to give a plus 1. I'll tell you why. A plus 1 divided by 2. Because let's say I have a number 15. 15 by 2 क्या होता है? 7. Only check till 7. But if you check till 8 also, there's no problem. Checking till 8. Why? Because it will be 16 by 2, 8. You'll get 8. You'll check up. You'll just check one more number more than the half, which is pretty well accepted. Okay, I'm just checking till half, and then entire remaining code remains the same. If this, then there's only one factor. Then I can just say that if a mod I equal to 0. See, this one question has 3 different types of ways you can write the code. That is why I said it's a very important general code, because it is manipulative. You can do it in so many ways. I hope you understood this. The first one is this one. 2 factors. Basic one. This one is, we know one is universal factor, So exclude. And this one, well, this is very nice one. We know factors of a number are till half then the number itself. Example, for 20, factors are 1, 2, 3, no, 4, 5, 10, 20. This is your logic for this one. I hope you understood. Know any of them, that's not a problem, but this is how you are going to. The main part of your code is actually this from the for loop, from the factors you need to have, and you need to know the if condition. Basically this is the input statement you can ignore for your general code. Okay, fine. Now what's the time of this video? Damn, 1 hour 20 minutes. Well, horrifying, but still we have while loop. While loop is used for unknown number of iterations, which is very powerful. Okay, basically your syntax in this is start value, okay, while condition, then your block of code you want to write, and then also one thing, after your entire block or inside the block you can give the update. Okay, for example, if I have to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty simple in for loop, print 1 to 7. Your start value, I'll just say it as I is equals to 1, while your condition is I less than equal to 7, or in range format it will be I less than 8, print I. And because while loop is like this, it is very easy to go into an infinite loop. If you forget this one line, I is equals to I plus 1, if you forget this line, it will keep on running this, because I is 1, I is less than 8, I will keep printing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you need to give I is equals to I plus 1, so that it becomes 2, 3, 4. When I becomes 8, it kicks out. So I will tell you how it runs. I is 1, I is less than 8, yes, print I, 1. I will become 2, 2 less than 8, yes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now 6, it is 6. Okay, now 6 less than 8, yes, print 6. Okay, now it will come to 7, 7 less than 8, yes, it will print 7. It will become 8. Okay, 8 less than 8, no. So at that time it will come out 8 less than 8, no. So I printed 1 to 7 based on the condition I has to be less than 8. If I give less than equal to, that time it will be 7. But according to range, you give less than. So when you just keep everything uniform. Basically, this is your while loop. Not so much difficult also. But yes, you can sometimes convert every for loop into while loop. You can do that. Okay. While loop is pretty simple. Now, one more general code will come where while loop is heavily used. This is a very major general code. Please know it by heart. Write a program to find whether a number is a palindrome or not. Palindrome number example 1221 122 3344 33221. Okay, basically it should be identical both ways, 1223344 33221 or 1223344 33221 1221 1221. Okay, this is one of the very general, very important general code, and you use while loops here, because in for you can't do it only because you do not know the length of your number. If you do not have a fixed length, you cannot have a fixed number of iterations where you cannot use a for loop. Okay, right, fine. Now let's start. Now you want to, basically how you would come up with palindrome logic is, you would want to go through the number. You have the number like this, you want to go through the number from this way and then store the number, and then check whether what you generated from back is equal to what the number is given from front. So what you would want to do in your program is, you have 1221, you have this as your input number, you would want to go from this way. So I will start like this, 1 2 2 1, and if these two match, that time it's a palindrome. I'll say 2 3 2 1. This is not a palindrome. I'll do 1 2 3 2. This does not match, so it is not a palindrome. This is what logic you're going to use for palindrome, right? Now how do we write it? Okay, now we have a number, inputted number. We'll just take it as num int input, and now we'll keep a copy of the number. Why, I'll tell you. Okay, now I'll keep a c is equals to num, this is a copy, and also I'll say pal num equal to 0. Now while c is greater than 0, I will do last digit is equals to c, correct? You will get the last digit. What did I say? X and Y. This is the entire reason why I told this first part. This first part, X and Y. Remember? Let it be anyhow. See, I am repeating it some number of times. To get the length of the number, it will just be number of iterations done. To check if it's a palindrome, I will take the last digit and I'll make it the first digit of my number which I'm generating. Okay, I hope you understood that part. So last digit is c mod 10. Now I'll do pal num. Okay, basically what I want to do is, I will want to add it as a number. Pal num is equals to pal num into 10. I'll tell you why into 10 we're doing. Pal num into 10 plus the last digit. What this does is, if at all your pal num was 2 after the first iteration, what it will do is, it will do into 20 plus, let's say the last digit was 8, so it will give you 28. So you got 8 as your last digit, then you basically moved 2 to the left side. That's how you do with in here in with the what? Okay, with base 10 numbers. What else can I say? You do into 10 plus the last digit. Now this keeps on running. Why? Because you never updated C. I did C and got the last digit. How do I remove the last digit? So C is equals to C division 10. This is what I had told there also. No? Now I am running this. I'm running this until and unless my xy is equal to 0, or if it is equal to 0 I need to stop. But I am running this until and unless there is something in xy mod 10, right? So I am dividing it for unknown number of times up until c is greater than equal to 0. If c has something, it will do it. If c is equal to 0, or if it is doesn't have anything, it will stop. Now that time I can check if val num, and see, because you're changing c, I would need a copy. That is why I put num is equal, c is equals to num. Now I have the original number. If val num equal to original number, print palindrome. Else not. I'm not writing that part. I mean, sure, if you want. Not a palindrome. I hope you understood this. This is the only place I think majorly we use while loop for the number thing. Actually, to be honest, you don't need to know this also. Why? When we come to strings, you just write s is equals to n. I mean, number is equals to the string of the number, str of num. Then you just check if num is equal to num minus 1. You're reversing the string and checking if it's equal to the original string. That is what is palindrome. So it's like a 2-liner code. If you do not get this so much, leave it, because right now for the exam you can use that code and not this. You do not need to know this exactly correctly. Okay, I really want to give you many questions with loops, because if loops are nice, you will be able to do a lot in strings, lists and all. So what you do is, I'll just give you the numbers, okay, of few questions right here when the notes I'll send, or wait, I'll just pause it and I'll resume it later. Okay, so this is your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th question. Try doing these if you can. Very well, nice, done. I mean, very well done. I know it's already 9:30, and when you see the video it will nearly be 12. Still strings, list, tuples are there. My god. But if you do this, I'm telling you, strings, list, tuples and all very easy. I'll only teach you the main things in strings. The list and tuples will just follow like that. Don't worry, I'll take care. Please see this video. I mean, after video, if I'm asking you to see the video, makes no sense. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ending it. Thank you. Bye. Take care.